women will take to the Pacific Ocean this summer. They're going to row 2,400 nautical miles from San Francisco to Hawaii. They're training to break the current world record of 35 days that was set back in 2021. The team is part of Latitude 35. They've been training out of the Santa Barbara Harbor. The ocean rowing boat has been training in Santa Barbara. They're going to be here until they take off in June of 2022. We're going to take a look now at the documentary that's been chronicling their journey.
It's billed as the biggest, baddest human endurance challenge on this planet.
It's called the Great Pacific Race, and the week need not apply.
Epic journey across 3,000 miles of open ocean of the Pacific.
The current women's world record for the race is 35 days, 14 hours, and 23 minutes.
Oh my goodness, that gave me chills. This morning we are joined by crew member and Santa Barbara resident Adrian Smith. Thank you so much for joining us. So, oh wow, that looks like a lot. Your goal is to row 2,400 nautical miles from San Francisco to Hawaii in under 35 days. Are you feeling prepared for this?
The preparation feeling goes in and out, to be completely honest. We just got off of a 20-hour row. We started yesterday morning at 8 a.m. and finished up this morning at 2 a.m. And it was humbling and interesting, to say the least.
So what does this look like, and what does training look like? What is 35 days on the ocean like? How does that happen? How do you do that?
Well, I haven't done it before, so I can't say with 100% certainty how it goes. But we push off from San Francisco and we'll row south. Essentially, we try to go west, but the current will take us south. And then we'll make like a J from San Francisco down to Honolulu. And if we were to go straight across, you would it's 2,400 nautical miles, but going in this shape where you catch the winds and the trades from the kind of like, there's like that circular pattern, your meteorologist could probably speak to it, will be about 2,700 nautical miles. And we go in shift patterns. So there's 4 of us rowing, the 4 team members, all women, all from the US, and all of our first times rowing across the ocean. And we'll go 2 hours on, 2 hours off, 24 hours a day until we make it to land.
Oh my goodness, and it's not just rowing when you're training, you're lifting weights, you're swimming, you're doing all this stuff because you have to prepare physically and mentally for this.
Exactly. We did a 28-mile hike on Saturday. To basically, hiking is a really great way to simulate the same amount of effort that goes into rowing on the ocean. Because you're not trying to crush it the whole time, otherwise you would die out, but just like low heart rate, hiking over the mountains, getting to the point where you're just like, I don't want to do this anymore. And yet you still have to keep going with, pains in your feet, and rowing, it'll be pains on our hands, our butts, our backs, like every different part of ourselves that we've never had hurt before.
All right. Well, as a mom, how are you doing all this, balancing your training, your family life, and of course, working as well?
Yeah. So I have an amazing support team of people that will help out with my daughter. And my husband was the one that said, you should consider doing this race. He's actually the strength and conditioning coach for our team. And they didn't have a 4th member of the team yet. And he said, I think you'd really like this. And so I asked him, I was like, well, what are my chances of dying? And does it matter that I don't row? Because I'm not a rower. The other team members were all collegiate rowers. And figuring out also how to manage a business is really, really interesting, because I'm going to be gone for, obviously, like, it's going to be about 2 months. And so having people that I trust that can take over for me while I'm not able to run my yoga studio, and leave it in the hands of others. And really, this whole exercise is a practice of trust. Trust the weather, trust the boat, trust people, trust the training, trust that we've done enough, even though we can never encounter exactly what we're going to encounter when we get out there.
Okay, well, the best of luck to you, and we have to follow up with you. So as soon as you get back, let us know how it all went. We really want to follow up, and best of luck. It's totally awesome what you're doing.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, thanks for joining us.